Okay, it looks like I'm live. So, this is my first video on our organization, Making Music Matter for Kids. We moved from Pennsylvania, we moved the organization from Pennsylvania to New Jersey about a year and a half ago. And we created a new program for kids throughout the Jersey Shore. And boy, this mic is really hot. It's loud. Right. So, so my name is Lance Miley. I'm the founder of Making Music Matter for Kids. I'm going to make this really kind of laid back because I have this new program that I'm using that I'm still learning, and I created a whole script uh, for the past year and a half. I've been working on this comprehensive or indep- indep- independent, comprehensive community age performing arts management program. And while I was creating it, this new tax bill went into effect. It's called the ECCA, Education for Kids, or Education Choice for Kids Act. And we're a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and we are a SGO, scholarship granting organization. So within this act, this new bill, I'll put it up on, I think it's running on the screen. Yeah, that's running. You'll see it running in the ticker there. So this new act actually gives us the opportunity to grant kids throughout the whole United States because we are a community based organization where a lot of our predecessors that support music education, they support the schools and we support privately. Or not so much privately, we're not private, we're community based. So it gives us a unique opportunity to give kids to grant kids music education. Now, there's a lot to the bill, many pluses, and of course, with anything, there's always the downside, but there's more upsides than there are downsides. The only downside if a state doesn't opt into the program, the kids won't be able to get the grant. Now, but we're making music matter for kids can still grant kids throughout the country. It just limits this one particular act where taxpayers they pay in $1,700 and they receive 100% back on their taxes. So it's 100% tax uh, on their taxes. But there's also the GBBBA, the Great Big Bill Act, and that has a lot of benefits also for nonprofits like ourselves. So there's a lot we can we can do with our organization to help kids with music education. Put an end to the crisis of cutting music. It always seems to be the first thing to get cut and the last one to get added, and it's been that way for many years. And for years I've been making music matter for kids is actually about 8 years old, I guess. And we're in the process right now of opening up a performing arts center. But I want to get this YouTube channel going first and get the community involved. And on top of making music matter for kids granting organization, scholarship granting organization, we also just created an independent or Indie Music Inc. Music label through the nonprofit. Another branch to support the music program. So there's a lot. There's a lot to detail there. I'll put that in the clicker too, or in the ticker, not clicker, ticker. Yeah. So yeah, it's Indie Music Inc. We just got the rights to it, and the website hasn't been created yet. So it'll be part of. Well, it is part of making music matter for kids, but there's there's a lot to that. So it all ties in with the independent, comprehensive, community engaged performing arts management music program. So basically, it'll be our venue. So another thing, I don't even think I introduced myself. Let me. So yeah, you'll see it on the screen. My name is Lance Smiley. I'm the founder of Making Music Matter for Kids. Yeah, we started this, geez, 8 years ago, and we've helped a lot of kids. And I've done a lot of events, coordinating. I I organized the nonprofit. The nonprofit actually started with a local. We were in Pennsylvania. We opened Rock School, which is going to be the venue that we're going to be opening. So, like I said, I want to get the YouTube channel happening and get the community engagement. And the cool thing is, it's just not for for the Jersey Shore. It's for 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 musicians. I mean, of course, it'll benefit more for locals. Yeah, I think this mic is very hot. Sounds good in my headphones, but it might just be a little bit hot. Maybe I should move the mic back. Got it like on 60 dB. So I'd rather be heard than not be heard, right? So yeah, with the with the tax act, the cool thing is, for the longest time, we've been able to grant lower income families, but that ain't the case no more. This new act, this ECCA, Educational Choice Act for Kids, is it actually gives families across the board, not just low income, taking the shame out of the game. Families that are in an area, say the income areas that say $100,000 a year. A family could be making $300,000 and still be eligible for this grant. So, which brings me to uh, the venue. So we're gonna do a 12-month YouTube video, not consecutively. Yeah, and also the channel will be doing music news, bringing bands in. Yeah, it's gonna be exciting. So this is my first shot here at announcing Indie Music Inc. and this new ECCA bill that was just well, that's passed. Well, the bill is not going to be going into effect until 2027, which is it sounds like a long time away, but it's not. 2025 is almost over. Summer just ended. Yeah, I really want to start this podcast or this live stream on Labor Day because it's all about the working people. This new bill that's been passed, this great big beautiful bill that they call it, has so much opportunity for organizations like ours in giving a much larger, broader audience. We get a lot of we get a lot of support all the way from California, from Canada, back and forth across the whole country. From music, people donating equipment. Somebody just donated the other day from an organization called, it was a Rolling Stones fan club. They did a they had a they had an event here at the Jersey Shore somewhere. I forget exactly where, but they had they created a 50/50 and they donated to us, which was really cool. Yeah, they're called the Shadubis. Yeah, the Shadubi group. Yeah, I believe that's the name of them. Really awesome. Just out of the blue. It's just something something that just happens being in a nonprofit organization, 501(c)(3). So back to the venue and where we're going to be located. We haven't really come to that decision yet. So I think I lost my train of thought. Yeah, I've written a script. I just didn't want to go with the script yet. This I'm going to be doing another. I'm going to be live streaming, and I'm sure that nobody's even watching this because I'm not consistent. But I have to be if I want this channel to work. So there's this guy out there in YouTube land. His name is Old Mike, and he started his YouTube channel at 80 years old. And his motto is, "If you're not dead, you're not done." So yeah, with the venue. Oh, that's it. So with this ECCA, Education Choice for Kids Act, it provides $1,700. It's a $1,700 donation. I don't think you can donate any more or any less, but most taxpayers pay more than that. But then it's 100% tax. It's 100% a return on your yearly taxes. And yeah, I got a whole thing written about that. So much that I can't remember. So I do like to talk. So I guess I can keep this going for a little bit. For the other reason too, I got to get these algorithms happening and start getting monetized. There's more money that we can give for kids for music education. So yeah, back to the ECCA. Um, a, 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 a- Someone can donate $1,700, and that would put a child in our music program for a whole year. Uh, yeah, and we have. Yeah, I've been teaching for forever. That's actually how I started the organization. And it wasn't really even my idea. Local music, actually a local school district when I was in Pennsylvania when I opened Rock School. So Rock School is where it all came from. That's where it really started. I really I had no interest in being a philanthropist. I didn't even know what that meant. But the school board came to my school and asked if I could help out because they eliminated music education from their school. So what happened was we created a committee. We actually organized a a get together, I guess you can call it. Yeah, with the board, and we came up with the idea of creating the nonprofit. So in the midst of it all, with the research that I was doing, yeah, I have another video too that will be coming out on how the organization started and where we went. Yeah, we actually opened up a 4,000 square foot venue in Scranton, Pennsylvania, and it was 6 months before the pandemic, which I don't want to get into too much because that's really behind me. But it was a disaster. Not only the fact that we probably would have survived the pandemic, but we wouldn't have corporate America moved in, they needed our space. So I have a whole script written on that one too. But before that, the we also have a website if you're interested into seeing what we do or where where we're at, or like, subscribe, as I say on YouTube, like, subscribe, and help us get the algorithms going so we can create this group. I think it's really going to be great, man. But the Indie Music Inc. That's going to be a game changer. You know, you uh, most music labels don't really support. Yeah, when I was doing my thing, when I was active in performing, people say to me, "Oh, I just got signed to so and so and so." I'm like, "Well, how much did that cost you?" Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's a bunch of uh, guys that I watch. This one guy, and Andy Wood, I believe his name is, a guitar player, probably one of the best guitar players on the planet. He was talking about how to get into the music business, and you know and how to stay away from a music label because they will own you. They won't just own your music, but they will own your 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 brand, everything. There's your merchandise, everything that you sell, you'll be at their mercy. So I really think that besides the fact that independent music uh, labels are popping up all over the place. We are 501c3 independent music label that supports and our mission, and the mission is to support kids music. So yeah, there's nothing ever been done like this, and I'm very excited about it. I think there's going to be a real I think it's going to be a game changer. I think it's going to put the music industry on its head. So yeah, I think major artists would probably be like, "Well, this is a good cause because there's no causes that music labels have other than filling their own pockets." So yeah, so like I was saying, this tax bill for kids, the ECCA, the Educational Choice Act for kids, could give one child a year of music education. So yeah, rock school was it, well it, it's a lot like the School of Rock. Actually, when I first started, I had this program called Garage Bands School of Rock, and originally I wanted to call it the School of Rock. I got the idea from watching the movie, and it just so happened School of Rock was already a thing, but it wasn't franchised yet. It was in New Jersey. Paul Green, I believe the guy's name was, from School of Rock, and he sold the rights to School of Rock, and it became franchised. So I never want to be franchised. I always, I enjoy working with kids. There's a I get, I love to perform too, but I think I like to teach better than I do like to perform. Either way, all my time has been doing this. This is 10 years of work that I've been doing, all kind of wrapped up in one into this independent, comprehensive, community engaged performing arts center. So, and I don't even call it a center, I call it management. So, we don't want teachers to come in per student. We want our teachers to come in and teach and be a part of our our school. And our school is going to be based around events. So that's the other thing too. With this channel, we'll be doing live events, but the venue will be promoting local, national artists, and so there's a position that would be filled for a teacher, because I want my teacher, if I figured maybe three teachers. I don't know if I'm ever going to find teachers like myself, but, you know, but get them, while they're not teaching, to work on marketing, advertising, uh, social media, live streaming like we're doing right here. I have so much live stream gear, before we moved back here well, back home, because me and Rock and Robin are both from New Jersey. But before we moved, I opened up a live stream studio after the venue in Scranton, right around the time of the pandemic. But yeah, I have a whole story on that one too. It's quite it's been quite the adventure. But I think God was saying, it's too small. It's just too small. But the live stream room was cool. But unfortunately, it was it was below apartment buildings. Even though I soundproofed it, the neighbors weren't digging it. So so we came home, and then so this is my live stream room now. Uh, I have a new program to stream. I could be streaming on multiple channels at once, but I'm just staying on YouTube for now because I want to get the community involved, and I want to get the algorithms happening. And as I go on, I'm sure that the channel will get stronger, and I'll get better at live streaming. But yeah, I'm an artist. I like to create. That's really what I like to do. So, but yeah, but I also love to put, to teach. So, this channel could be, having artists. I mean, most of the artists that I know teach. You know, and one of my dearest friends is moving in the area. I'm in South Jersey, and he calls me up. He's like, "Hey, I'm going to be moving in." I forget the name of the town, but it's 5 minutes away. And I grew up with this guy, and he's a nice, pretty much a national musician. But he's a school teacher. Yeah, he became a school teacher. So we'll have him on the channel. Amazing sax player. Amazing sax player. I don't want to be dropping any names. I don't want to be putting anybody on the spot. But yeah, this guy is more family to me than my own family. So yeah, the venue's going to be cool. This is kind of being directed to the Jersey Shore community. We're going to be creating videos, getting it out there to do a show on taxes. It's like doing a show on Google Analytics. Yeah, that's another one of my things. So yeah, but everybody likes to save money. Who doesn't like to save money? I like to save money. So and here's the cool. Here's even a cooler thing. You got to pay the taxes anyway. Why not donate to an organization that will give a child a year's worth of music education? Not just music education, performance-based music education. That's teach them how to play, and then eventually. I mean, I've been teaching for years, and I've been putting bands together with these kids for, geez, long since 2008. Our first event was 888 at 8. So I think God knew that this thing was going to be something more than I could ever imagine. And I really thank God, because each day I get up in the morning, yeah, he inspires me. He gives me the ambition, and yeah, some days are hard. Just getting behind this camera and doing this is hasn't been easy for me. Yeah. S- So I'll get better at it, and yeah, I'm gonna create videos. I think they call it a podcast. No, I guess a podcast is just audio. Hope the audio is good. I've been kind of testing it out, and then the lighting in the room, I think it's pretty good. I guess. Let me know in the comments if I if anybody's even watching. So yeah, I use this. I got this new program that it's for live streaming, and I can do a lot of stuff. Do a lot of stuff with it. Actually, I'll pull up our logo if I can. Just bear with me. Oh, here's the uh, here's the ticker for the ECCA. Get a little idea of what that's about. Yeah, so I will be doing a live stream. I'll be doing I'll be putting out the video on YouTube of all the stuff that's going on with this. It's I wouldn't- I'd much rather do it the way I'm doing it right now. It's more personal, you know. It's not. It's not fake news. So, but yeah, there's a lot to it that I had to script it all out in order to get it, you know, so I don't leave anything out. And I even got a teleprompter. Yeah, but that helps. It helps. But I think it kind of sounds mechanical. But they say to practice. You know, practice before you use a teleprompter. But I mean, I don't have to go 100% for teleprompter. I think the live stream will be cool. Once I get to, you know, people get to know about making music matter for kids and join our community, I won't have to put up my name and let people know who I am. They'll eventually know who I am. So let me see. That ain't the logo, but that's our organization, Making Music Matter for Kids. We're a 501c3 scholarship granting organization, SGO. And that puts us in a unique position because most nonprofits that are music for kids orientated, they are private, so they support the schools. With this new act, the schools will have to come to us. So, hey, New Jersey, if you're listening, let's get that bill passed. It's a great thing. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, music has always been the first thing to get cut. It's been a problem for a long time. I've been an advocate for music education for 10 years. I never thought I'd be doing that. Yeah. Yeah. I thought I'd be playing in an AC/DC tribute band or an Ozzy tribute band, which I'm looking forward to get back to. You know, that's the other thing too, with the independent label, getting musicians together. So here's another part of something that we're going to have going on. We're going to be creating an event, and I want to do the first two albums, Ozzy's first two albums of Diary of a Madman and what was the other one with Randy Rhoads. That's one of the reasons I want to do it, is more Randy. And God bless Ozzy Osbourne. Yeah, God rest his soul. What a career. So Blizzard of Oz and Diary of a Madman, those two albums. And I would love to get Rudy Sarzo and the drummer, even though they weren't the original drummers, Tommy Aldridge. They're, you know, uh, Lee Kerslick was the original drummer. God rest his soul. You know, I think he got $1 million for writing Crazy Train. I think that made $1 million every time on the Super Bowl. And then, yeah, him and it was Lee Kerslick and Bob Daisley. He was the bass player. Yeah, but it'd be cool if I can get Tommy Aldridge and Rudy Sarzo. Yeah, yeah. Tommy Aldridge even said, I seen a video one time. He goes, "I can't even play it the way he wrote it." I played with a couple people that could play it exactly the way Lee Kerslick wrote it, but actually, one of them was one of my students that I worked with. This kid, simply amazing. I met him, and he could already play one, and I met him, and yeah, Over the Mountain, that intro, the drum part. It was, I think he was like 13 years old. One of the only. I mean, I've had a couple guys. Yeah, I have one other guy that was, you know, more the Lee Karslick, you know, style. But yeah, Tommy Aldridge said, yeah, the parts were hard, not easy. But yeah, an Ozzy tribute, Ozzy Diary event when we open up, you know, we're going to be having events going on, fundraisers, raise money for the venue. And let me see if I can find my logo. Let me see if I can find this logo. Play with this thing a little bit. Oh, this is kind of cool. That's Fretz Whooper. He's the ugly duckling of music education. And then here's another one of our logos. Kind of getting a hang of how this thing works a little bit. Yeah, that's another reason I just want to go live. I just put some time out there. Yeah, there's ways to get comments on this thing too. Um, let me see. Here it is. So that's basically the logo. I might change it before. Yeah, when you know, we moved, and funny thing is, our bank for the organization was right down the street from where we moved to from Pennsylvania. What are the chances of that? So yeah, one of the other things too, we're gonna match donations, for the fundraiser for the venue. So we want to make music education free for kids, and for the people that can't afford, it's affordable. We've always kept our lessons at $100 a month, regardless. So when we were in Pennsylvania, we had doctors, attorneys, so many people supporting. So the nice thing is that we can still support Pennsylvania. You know, the saddest part about was leaving there was I had a group of kids that I was working with that were just starting to play, as a band, but it was just time. So yeah, there was one of the logos, and I got this Rodecaster Pro 2. Yeah, I have so much gear for live streaming. I actually just bought another camera. The cameras that I have, they're called oh, what the heck are they? Um, they're cheap. And I have one Panasonic that just crapped out on me. Now it's like a $400 paperweight. But I just bought another one. I might have blown it up. Running a I was running on AC, and I was using like an off-brand product, but it was working the last time I used it. Maybe just the battery's dead. I don't know. But yeah, this is the Rodecaster Pro 2. A little bit of music. It's kind of stuff that was in the box, which I used to always play. But I'm going to write my own music. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Voiceovers, commercials. Yeah, when we start, getting our events happening, we'll be doing for our sponsors, sponsored spon- sponsored events. Do advertising through the channel for our sponsors, which I think is just awesome. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I think I've gave you a little bit of an idea of what we're about. Yeah, the sponsored events. That's and getting our teachers to work as marketers. Just not coming in per student. I want engagement. You know the uh, the teachers. I want the teachers to want to come to work and spend. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, just not come in and teach for 2 hours and make $10 a student. Oh, excuse me, lunch. Yeah. So I guess that's it. I spent a little bit of time. I got to do this every day. Get the algorithms happening. Maybe maybe it was exciting for you guys. I hope I explained some of the stuff. Yeah, here's a little fella I made. He doesn't have a name. He's a dragon. I made it with my granddaughter. I got to give him a name. It's really kind of cool. His eyes are kind of spacey. Yeah, I always say to Robin when I watch, yeah, I've been watching, I watch a lot of YouTube, and she's like, "You got to start making YouTubes." So I don't know what the point was, other than we're making music matter for kids, and like and subscribe, and eventually we'll have merch. This is our cruise shirts, Rock School. Yeah, we'll be having merch. I do have merch actually on the website, but I haven't put it on YouTube. So much work. Yeah, it's a lot of work. I seem like you know, I watch TV and practice my guitar. So my name is Lance Miley. I'm the founder of Making Music Matter for Kids. And if you're listening from the Jersey Shore, get your kids involved because they'll dig it. That's the other thing too. The the bands that will start coming to the venue and having the kids opening, have the kids be the headliners. Yeah, they usually brought more people than the bands anyway. So on that note, I'll see you.